Hey guys, hope you're having a great day, a phenomenal day as always. And today we're going to be talking about how to control your emotions. That's a great one, right? We are all emotional. You know, hand up if you've been controlled by your emotions at some point in your life. Yeah, my hand's up. Yeah, definitely. Right? We all have. Now, we are emotional, and what we want to begin to do is discipline our emotions, or they will use you, okay? Now, who's done things and then a week later, a day later, an hour later, you're like, fuck, I wish I didn't do that. Who's done that? Me. Yeah, totally. Now, do you want to know why? Well, the reason is, as your emotions go up, your intelligence goes down to up to 50%. Up to 50%. Wow. You know? So your emotions go up, your intelligence goes down to up to 50%. So when your emotions go up of anger, you'll say things out to your partner like, fuck you. Or you might throw something. Or, you act out and do something that you might generally not if you weren't so emotional. And then, you're like, fuck, I wish I didn't do that. Damn, and you feel bad. Then you get the guilt, the resentment, the anxiety that all comes with it, right? So, how do we control our emotions? We need to know that emotions are normal. So we have emotions of, lower negative emotions of anxiety, depression, guilt, anger, sadness. Okay, these emotions, we don't really like to feel these, do we? Nah, we don't really like to feel these. But then we have feelings of happiness, joy, fulfillment, excitement, love. We love we love the feeling of love. We love the emotion of love. Okay? But life isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Okay? Now, a lot of the time, how good would love be so great if we didn't have the anger or the anxiety and the stress and the sadness? And would happiness be so good if we didn't know what the negative was? No, it wouldn't be. It definitely would not be. So it's okay to feel these emotions. Now, the thing is, what many of us do is we try to shut and compress our emotions out. Especially, this is a big one for men. Men, like, let's just say for an example, a man and woman go through a divorce or go through a breakup, okay? Now, generally what happens is the woman will have about 5-10 of her friends around, at least 2-3 around her. Some women, their friends, will give up a whole week, 2 weeks, a month even, maybe more, to give their full time and energy to that friend that's going through a divorce or a breakup. Okay? Like, they will physically, been out with girls before. I'm like, do you want to go out this weekend? We'll go to dinner. No, I can't this weekend. I'm looking after, Ashley. She's just had a breakup. I'm like, that's kind of nice, but okay. Not once have I ever had that from a man. I never even heard of a man saying, look, I'm going to spend a whole weekend or a week, with Adam because he's had a breakup. Yeah, we'll take, our friends out, and this is the difference. Women will have, 2 friends around them, and what do? They bitch and moan that she cries for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. She literally cries it all out. She calls him an asshole. Whatever it is, whether you're in a gay or lesbian relationship, whatever it is, okay? She gets it out. She gets her emotions out in a healthy way. She talks about it. She has the support. What do men do? Oh, don't worry about her, stuff her. Or they might be hurt and their friends will say, come on, we'll take you out, we'll have some beers, we'll do this, we'll go shooting. We try to forget it. We try to suppress it. You don't find very often that men have the deep, vulnerable conversations of like, how did it feel? What happened? All that type of stuff, right? Men avoid that kind of shit. And we, in turn, we push these emotions in deep. And when emotions stay in deep, they don't actually go away. They can come out in bigger forms of drug abuse, alcohol abuse, gambling. Okay, gambling, because it's a form of pleasure, okay, and we want to avoid the pain at all costs. And then you have things like midlife crises. All of a sudden he's off the rails. This can happen to women too, and he's not understanding. His emotions are running wild, and he doesn't like them. He doesn't know how to feel them. Doesn't know how to get rid of them, healthy. you know, in a positive way. And, you know, you can become reckless, you know, work on pain and pleasure, and you avoid pain at all costs. So when you're going through a breakup, you know, it can bring up emotions and pain, and you'll want to avoid it and go for pleasure. This is why you might turn to drugs, alcohol, meaningless sex. It's like a band-aid to cover the pleasure. But this is the thing. If we work on pain and pleasure and avoid pain at all costs, doesn't it make sense to get in control of that? Because majority of us live in pain and pleasure control us. You know, they hit pain and then they want to search for a pleasure to fix it. They need a new watch. They need new shoes. They need a new dress as a pleasure to fix it. Okay? But it doesn't ever go away. The pain's still there until you address it. Right? So it's about going into your deep root of the pain and dealing with it and knowing that it's okay. It's okay to even feel depressed. It's okay. It's okay to feel emotional. It's okay to cry, men and women. It's okay. Let it out. It's okay. These are the things. We try to avoid it. We want to drink away our feelings, our emotions. What you want to do is you want to be in control of pain and pleasure. When I feel pain, I'm like, okay, I feel this bitch. I feel this bitch. This hurts. Oh, yeah. But I don't run to pleasure to fix the pain. Yeah, I might go for a bushwalk. I might have a couple of drinks here and there. But it's not just the pain to fix the pleasure to fix the pain. It's not about that. Okay? I go for pleasure when I want pleasure. I'm not controlled by pleasure. I don't need pleasure to feel great, to be happy. I don't need it. I don't need a new watch. I like it. Yeah, I like watches. Yeah, I like jacket. But I don't need it to be happy. I don't need it for a form of pleasure. I do it when I want. But majority of us are controlled by pain and pleasure. We like to gamble. We like to drink to forget about our pain, and it will give us a form of pleasure. Right? But until we handle our pain, we go to the deep root cause of the problem, and we're vulnerable enough to either go to a coach, mental, psychologist, and get to know ourselves and know how we feel. You're forever going to be controlled by those emotions, by that pain, and by that pleasure. And you're going to forever be up and down, you know, pain, pleasure, pain, pleasure. Instead, you want to be here. When the world's going up and down of pain and pleasure, you want to be able to go through it and feel it, but not sink down. And if you go down, you go back up to a nice neutral line again. Okay, it's not about being happy all the time. It's not about that. Okay? Yes, you be happy, but it's not about, I have to be happy because I'm avoiding pain. You be happy because you control your happiness. Okay? Because listen to this, and if you get this, your whole world will change. Isn't it true that only somebody or something can hurt you or give you an emotion if you allow them permission? A certain situation can't actually hurt you, or somebody calling your name can't actually hurt you if you give them permission to hurt you. Right? And I know this is like, wow, no, but you can't. No, you can. If you have a focus and you have a mental toughness, things can happen in your life and you can still not get rocked by it. It's true. I hope you practiced it. Now, emotional intelligence is a thing, and, you know, I really suggest, you know, you read books. Okay, read books of like The Slight Edge, The Way to the Superior Man, you know, The Power of Now. You know, really explore your emotions and know they just are emotions. Anxiety, depression, it's just emotion. They're not there forever. We can change our state instantly if you want. I can be like depressed or feeling not so good, and when I need to go into a client meeting or something's happened, I need to get up, I snap in. Right, let's go. All I need is within me now. I change my state, I change my physiology. Because we operate from up to 55% from our physiology. Okay? So we want to change our state, change our feeling. Okay? It's going to change our emotions. Our body language will change our emotion. If you're not feeling good, smile. We have up to 80 muscles in our face, and every single one will impact our thoughts and our feeling. So if you're feeling down, literally, if you're feeling depressed, do this. Smile and look up. Smile and look up. it's impossible to be depressed. It's actually impossible to be depressed. Try it. Be depressed and then look up. You can't. So it's kind of like fake it till you make it. You're hijacking your neurosystem, neurologically, by smiling, changing your body language, and your mind is going to say, okay, we just had a negative thing happen to us. We should be feeling down and negative, but he's smiling, his deep breaths, his shoulders are up. Fuck it, I'm going to send some dopamine down. I'm going to make him happy, right? And you can be happy through a tough time. Where focus goes, energy flows. Okay, guys? I hope that helps. Subscribe up there, comment, share it with a friend if this was helpful. And I will see you on the next video. See ya.